And how are you? I hope you all are fine. So in this video we'll discuss about the types of chemical reaction. Okay. So we have learned in class 9 that during chemical reaction atoms of one element do not change into those of another element. It means the atoms of any one element cannot be changed into another element. Okay. Nor do atoms disappear from the mixture or appear from elsewhere. It means atom cannot be seen any from the mixture. Sorry. Nor do atoms disappear from the mixture or appear from elsewhere. It means we cannot see that it cannot be appear from anywhere else and cannot be disappear from the mixture. Actually, chemical reaction involve the breaking and making of bonds between atoms to produce new substance. It means it involves the breaking and the making of bonds between atoms to produce new substance. Okay, you will study about the bonds formed between atom in the types of bond formed between atoms in the chapter 3 and 4. Now first one is combination reaction. Okay. So I hope you understand that what is chemical reaction. I had already discussed about the chemical reaction in the previous. No, it is not given here. So in the chemical reaction is a process in which new substance is formed. Okay. So now here is the types of chemical reaction. That is first one is combination reaction. In this reaction, here is one reaction is given, that is anyway there is a explanation is there, that is in this reaction calcium oxide and water combine to form a single product, calcium hydroxide. Such reaction in which single product is formed from two or more reactants as known as combination reaction. It means if any reaction is formed reaction in which a single product is formed, okay, from two or more reactants, okay, is known as what? Is known as combination reaction. It means only one product is formed from two or more substance, then it is called combination reaction. Okay. I hope you understand that what is combination reaction. It is a reaction in which from two reactants it form only a single product. Okay, it's called combination reaction. That here example is given. This is also the examples of this thing. Okay. Now these are the examples, that burning of natural gas. Here one question is given, that do you know that respiration is an exothermic process? Exothermic, it means if their reaction is having, then it releases heat. Okay, so we all know that we need energy to stay alive. It means we all know. Now we get this energy from the food we eat. We get energy from the food that we eat. During digestion, food is broken down into simpler substance. It means during digestion, food is broken into simpler substance, okay, from complex substance. Now, for example, rice, potatoes, and breads contain carbohydrate. It means these are the example of carbohydrate. From this, we can get carbohydrate. This carbohydrate broken down to form glucose. We all know that in the plant, the food is stored in the form of a starch, and in the animal, food is stored in the form of glycogen. Now, this carbohydrate broken to form glucose, and this glucose combines with oxygen in the cell of our body and provides energy. It means this glucose combined with the oxygen in where? In the cell and cell of our body and provide energy, and this provide energy. The special name of this reaction is respiration. So this whole reaction is known as respiration, the process which we study in chapter 6. Okay, we will study in chapter 6. The decomposition of vegetable matter into compost is also an example of exothermic. Identify the type of reaction taking place in activity. This one is activity. And second one is decomposition. In the composition reaction, we have to only learn about that what is composition reaction and what are their examples. Okay. In the simple way, composition reaction is those reaction in which from two or more substances it formed only one product. It is called composition reaction. Now the next type is decomposition reaction, that is first one, this one is the activity is given. So from here in this reaction note, this is about the reaction that is ferrous sulfate and the ferric oxide. Okay. Now in decomposition of chemical, this is also the example of explanation of this reaction. So let's explain. In this reaction, you can observe that a single reactant breaks down to give a simpler product. This one is a reaction is given, that is 2F ferrous sulfate, and second one is ferric oxide. That is, this one is a product and here is the reactant. So a single reactant breaks into the simpler forms. Now this is a decomposition reaction. In the composition reaction, reactants form to product, and here product is we can say a single reactant breaks into the give a simpler product. This is a decomposition reaction. Now ferrous sulfate crystal lose water when heated and color of crystal changes. It then decomposes to ferric oxide, that is Fe2O3. Now sulfur trioxide and ferric oxide is a solid, while SO2 and SO3 like sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide are gases. That's why there is symbol is given S and Gg. Now decomposition of calcium carbonate. This one is the same thing. Okay, that calcium carbonates breaks into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide on heating. After heating. These are also example of decomposition reaction. Okay. Section white photography. This one is also. So here given is the decomposition reaction require energy either in the form of heat, light or electricity for breaking down the reactant. It means in the whole example we will see that decomposition reaction requires energy either in the form of heat, light or electricity. Reactant in which energy is absorbed, they are called endothermic, and where energy is released, they are called exothermic. Now second one is displacement reaction. These are the also example of displacement reaction, that is why does the iron nail become brownish in color and blue color of copper sulfate? Solution fades, the solution chemical reaction take place in this activity. Okay, here the activity is given. In this reaction, iron has displaced or removed another element, copper or copper. This reaction known as displacement. Okay, here is the displaced or removed another element like copper from copper sulfate solution. Okay, so these are another example. So in this displacement, and first of all displacement reaction. Okay, so in this reaction we can say that the chemical reaction in which more reactive element displaces less reactive element from compound is called displacement reaction. Here we can see that the copper is less reactive, so that's why here is given that iron has displaced another element, that is copper, from copper sulfate solution. Okay, that from copper sulfate it displaced from iron sulfate because copper is less reactive element, that's why. Okay, next is double displacement. Okay, so let's see. So here we can see the surface of this one is about the so if a substance gain oxygen during a reaction, it's said to be oxidized. It means any substance that get oxygen during reaction, that is called oxidized. So if a substance loses oxygen during reaction, it is said to be reduced. During a reaction, copper oxide is losing oxygen, is being reduced. The hydrogen is gaining oxygen, then it will oxidized. Okay, in other words, one reactant gets oxidized and while other is gets deoxidized. It means reduced during a reaction. Such reactions are called oxidation reaction. So this is a new topic, that is oxidation reaction. We have to read about the double displacement reaction. Okay, so here is given the definition of double reaction. Double displacement, that is exchange of ions between the reactant, are called double displacement reaction. So this is the thing about the double when iron is. Okay, let's see this one. Now here is given that where is double displacement? I think displacement and double displacement is given in a single topic, that is displacement reaction. Okay, in this reaction two types of things are given. Let's see. Okay, I will show you thing about the definition of double reaction is given here, that is exchange of the reaction in which there is an exchange of ions between the reactants, okay, are called double displacement reaction. Like I will like one example. See here one example of displacement, double displacement reaction. That is Na SO4 plus BaCl2 BaSO4 plus 2NaCl. Okay, this is PPT. It means precipitation. Okay, so precipitation, wait, I will, this is the example of double displacement, and there is a simple thing is given that about this insoluble can be any reaction that produces a precipitate is called precipitation reaction. Okay, I have already mentioned the examples. Okay, so the reaction between, here we can see from the example that this one. Okay, Na2SO4 plus BaCl2 BaSO4 2NaCl. This one is the example of decomposition reaction. Okay, now here see one thing, example of precipitation, that is Na2SO4 plus BaCl2 BaSO4. Okay, so in this reaction we can say between Na2SO4 and BaCl2, in which white PPT of BaSO4, okay, that is this one. I have shown this example, that is white PPT. Precipitation. Okay, so it shows the white PPT of BaSO4. This form is PPT reaction. Okay, so this form is PPT reaction. Okay, I hope you understand this precipitate and also the precipitation and the double displacement reaction. Okay, so these are all about the types of you can say the chemical reaction. Okay, there is one term is left, that is the types of decomposition reaction. Okay, types of decomposition reaction, that are thermal decomposition reaction, that is by heat; electrolytic, that is by electricity; photo or light decomposition reaction, that is by light. Okay, so the types of decomposition reaction we will discuss in the next video, and also about our next topic, that is oxidation and reduction. Okay, and after that our chapter get finished. Okay, so I hope you understand whole the video. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.